it's Kelly with kellyscards.ca and welcome to this fourth card in my Everyday Card Kit 10 series. I wanted to do something kind of vintagey but not totally vintagey, and I really like this image. This is an image that I photoshopped and I added some brighter colors for us to work with, these blues and the purples. It just shows that you can use color along with your vintage cards. So to get started, we're going to start building upon the base. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add this piece here to this craft mat. So you can take and add the adhesive here like this. And I'm going to add this like that. And I'm going to bring some of the other pieces in. Now I've made this flagged end here, and you guys can cut like I showed in the last video up the middle, and then put your scissors on this point and cut into the inside, and then again cut into the inside to create this flagged end. And we're going to take this flagged end and we're just going to put some brown ink on it. Now if you don't have brown ink, no worries, you can do this without inking it. I just like the look of adding the ink, especially on vintage cards, like that. So that's going to come in like that. And then of course we have our image, and I'm definitely going to ink this up. This is going to help just add a little bit more pop to this image, that it's not all that same brown tone. And as you can see, that looks a lot better than it did without the ink. And I'm also going to do this one as well, but I'm going to do it just a little bit lighter. And now that I've added that ink, I can put this away and we can kind of see how it's going to come together. And I really love this paper. This paper is actually from a Bo Bunny paper line. Really love this plaid, and I kind of used it as the inspiration to pull these colors out of these butterflies and this stamped image. To start layering this on, I'm going to take this image and I'm just going to add it to this mat first. I'll bring in this little mat and get this layered up. And that looks good. And then we can kind of just see how we want things. I kind of like the idea of it looking like this, so I think I'm going to keep it that way. And I'm going to pull out the one that goes on the bottom, and I'm going to adhere that first. And now I'm going to sneak this under and put it approximately the way I want it. I just have to make sure it is straight. And I don't think it's quite straight yet, so we'll just tilt it a little bit there. That looks better. Now that that's down, I will remove this flagged end piece and I will get some adhesive on that. And I'll just pick this up to put this down, and you can just really play with where you want things. Don't feel you have to stick with the way I'm doing it. Feel free to move things around so that you can get it placed where you want it. And I really like how that looks there. Before we go any further, I'm going to add this piece to the blue card base. And I'll use my score tape to do that. And we'll open this card base just to make it a little bit easier without the bulk. And we'll bring this in. And I just love how that blue card base works with this. It just makes everything pop. Really like that. So now we see our image, and then we've got our little butterfly to add. For our image, I've added a little piece of foam to help pop up the image, because I think it really needs to be popped up here. And we'll just add that like that. And now we will bring this whole piece in. And again, I want to show off this at the top and the bottom, so I'm going to make sure that that is like that. And I'm going to use this grid paper to help line this up. It's just perfect for that. And now that is laying on there nice. And the last part is this little butterfly, and I've die cut him out of the same cardstock that I have used for our card base. And I'm just going to take a little bit of hot glue. You can use any type of adhesive that you want. Because I have the hot glue here all warmed up and ready to use, I am going to use that. And I'm just going to add it to the corner of this mat at an angle. And I think that will add a nice little decoration to that part of the card. And as usual, I am just dying to put a little bit more bling onto this card, so I'm going to include 3 little purple bling for you to add. And I think this will just finish up the card, and I really like that it will pull from here and here. So we've got 1 on the butterfly and 3 in this corner, and really like how that looks and how all the colors pull together. So again, just to finish up the inside of the card, we're going to take our white card mat that I've made for our insides and just add it right to the inside of the card. Use my bone folder here and get that in. And that will finish off this 4th card in my Everyday Card Kit number 10 series. Really, really love this card. I think this is definitely my favorite card in the series. I love the colors. I love using the colors, again, on vintage cards, but still keeping it in a vintage style. And again, these blings help just kind of define this butterfly and adds a little sparkle to the card. So I hope you enjoyed this 4th card. There is 1 card left in the series. You can check me out on my website and subscribe for more videos. Please check out my main channel as well, which will be linked down below. And I hope everyone has a wonderful day.